Welcome to another episode of Dear Qadriyyah Safiyyah, where I scour the internet and I search for situations so that I can offer my unsolicited advice and opinions. This week's episode of Dear Qadriyyah Safiyyah comes from the Mercury News under Dear Harriette. Dear Qadriyyah Safiyyah, my boyfriend didn't defend me against another man, and now I can't look at him the same. My boyfriend and I were out at a nightclub over the weekend when a drunk man started to verbally harass me. He shouted several profanities at me for no reason. The man was eventually escorted out of the club, but I was visibly upset well before he left. My boyfriend didn't say a word to the man while he was shouting at me. He didn't defend me at all. When I asked him why he didn't defend me, I'm scared. Why, girl? What'd he say? What did he say? He said that it only would have escalated the situation, and he didn't want us to get kicked out as well. Oh my goodness, my glasses are... Oh my goodness. That's all. I can't look at him the same now. My feelings are hurt that he wouldn't instinctively defend me against someone who was harassing me. Would this be a silly reason to end the relationship? So I'm gonna get into the habit of answering the question asked. Okay? And also I'm gonna get into the habit of asking you to subscribe to this channel. Look at me remembering. I would really very much appreciate it if you subscribed to the Dear Qadriyyah Safiyyah channel, if you would share these Dear Qadriyyah Safiyyah episodes with whomever, friends, family, co-workers, enemies, whomever, okay? I would also appreciate it if you would like the videos that you like. Let me know how you feel about the videos you like. I don't want to know if you don't like a video. It's none of my business. You know what I'm saying? But I won't ask for you to comment because I do want your comments to be as unsolicited as mine. Okay? What was her question again? Because I was already distracted by a number of answers that I had that she didn't ask. Would this be a silly reason to end the relationship? No. 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 But I do have questions. How long have you all been together? Is this important to you? Is this a position he takes, irregardlessly to the situation? I want to know, has he defended people? Who are these people that he defended? Because now the question is, do you have to become a person that he defends? Or does it not matter at all? If his mama was getting shouted at by a drunk man, would he also not defend his own mama? These are the questions that I have to ask, because if it's important to you that the man that you're with increases your sense of safety and protection, I don't know how this could be silly. I don't know how this could be silly. Because if you're the kind of person that expects that if somebody is coming at you sideways, that the person that you're with intervenes, then I don't know how this is silly. But I need to know other things about your relationship, okay? Because if it's just this, If it's just one thing, and I would implore you to go deeper with your boyfriend, like I suggested. Is it he's not defending nobody? Is it nobody he's defending? Or is it just you that he wouldn't put himself into a situation? You know, I would ask you to ask him that. Like, what's his general defense position? Okay? And if his general defense position is he's not defending nobody, then you would have to ask yourself, if the rest of the things in this relationship are things that I love, things that I want, things that I benefit from, things that I enjoy, and it's hardly ever one thing, though. It's hardly ever going to be this one thing. So, but just let's just see what she acts. It's just silly for it to be this one thing. So just let's humor her. If it's just this one thing, and he's taking a position where he is not the defense secretary for nobody, okay? He's not signing on to any defense contracts whatsoever, okay? Let's ask him, would he defend himself in that situation? Would he defend himself? Because if he won't defend himself, then I feel like there's like some trauma there. You know what I mean? Because self-preservation. But so if he won't defend himself, well, we don't know. We didn't ask. Will he defend himself? Will he defend his mama? Will he defend his best friend? Like, I need you to go down. Like, I really need to understand who he would defend. But if his position is he's just not going to defend nobody, this might be an opportunity for you to see that you cannot rely on the protection of anyone around you. You know, it could be a case where, you know, things are coming at you from all directions, and the person you're with is unable to defend you because they're defending themselves. You know what I'm saying? So you can look at this as an opportunity to not look for anyone to defend you, to carry pepper spray, mace, whatever is legal in your state, secretly into nightclubs, because from my experience, they don't allow you to bring them in if they look like they're pepper spray. But if they look like something else, you know, they don't really search that damn well. Yeah, it would be my suggestion for you to seek to be your own protection, to be your own defense. You know what I mean? And it might be that you have to defend him. You know, y'all might be out in these streets and somebody is out here acting two ways to the left, and now because you have activated your own, you know, beast inside of you, where nobody is out in these streets fucking with you ever again, you may, you know, have to snarl somebody on his behalf. We don't know where this is gonna go, but is it a silly reason to break up for somebody? No. Is it possible for you to stay with this person even after this incident? Yes. Because you obviously have an idea of him that is it's an inaccurate. And it's an inaccurate idea for this person that you're dealing with. So take this opportunity to update your files, okay? You thought that he would defend you. And you need to update your files as to the truth of his position on defending you. And if it doesn't break your heart, if it doesn't shatter you into 1,000 pieces, you know, if the thought of him not defending you at all isn't, you know, the straw, if you can shift your perspective and update your files and decide, you know, okay, I thought he would defend me, he will not defend me. Does that mean that I've lost respect for him? Because it doesn't have to if you don't want it to. Like, our minds are incredible. Women stay with men under absolutely ridiculous situations, and it's because they've convinced themselves, to do so. So you just have to decide if you want to convince yourself. If you want to convince yourself, but if it's worth continuing on, and I would say it is, because for me, it's always phenomenal to I'm lying. And in this exact fucking situation, it does not feel empowering to have to defend myself when I got a motherfucker right there. It does not feel empowering at all. But to know that I can do it is wonderful. To know that I can do it is wonderful, because there's a different feeling when you out in these streets and the motherfucker with you is not defending you. It's a different feeling when you can't defend yourself, and when you can defend yourself and you just wish this motherfucker would either join in or cause it to be that you don't have to. Okay? It's a totally different feeling. So I'm saying to you, I would have a lot more conversation with this person before I just decide on face value, because of what happened in the club. I just need to know what his position is. If his position is he's not defending nobody, can I respect that? Can I respect this man having this position of this nonviolent, no defense policy? You have to ask yourself that question. I don't see myself doing it. I don't see myself doing it. Because I'm sitting here feeling, because I don't see myself. I already know. I don't like it. Because I know that I get aggravated, when I'm out with a motherfucker and he's not on my side, and there's no violence involved. Like, nobody's cursing at me. I mean, we just at, Quiznos getting some sandwiches, and he's not defending me, about some sandwiches. I don't even like that. So I don't know if there's profanities involved. If I actually felt threatened in a situation, and the motherfucker right here has taken a no defense policy. So no, it's not silly. It doesn't have to be a reason you break up with him if you don't want it to be. Okay? But if you cannot foresee yourself being with this person long term and being in situations where defense is required and you have to be the person to provide your own defense, if you can't see that as something that you can deal with long term, then, I wouldn't leave the house with him. Really. I wouldn't leave the house with him at all. He might be the boyfriend that you have for the Netflix and chill scenarios. Okay? He might be the boyfriend you have, for getting deliveries to the house. You know what I mean? You can't even go to the museum with him. You don't leave the house with him no more. He might be the indoor boyfriend. Okay? And if he's okay with being an indoor boyfriend, because you got an outdoor boyfriend and with a pickup truck and a bat who stay ready. Okay? So, you just got to look at all your options, Sometimes, people break up with people too quickly. You just might need to throw him in a rotation. Okay? He might be your one and only boyfriend now, but now that he's displayed that he has a no defense policy or no defense for you policy, okay? You have to prove your worthiness of defense at some point. Possibly, I don't know. We don't know his defense policy. But he might have to get thrown into the rotation. You might have upgraded him too soon, too fast. He might need to go back into the rotation, okay? And just keep dating until you find somebody that is what you're looking for. But that's why I'm saying this is an excellent opportunity, because irregardlessly to the facts, it's always good to be reminded of what you're capable of. So just remember, if your significant other, your boyfriend, your husband, your, long-term cut buddy, they're not there to fill your holes. They're not there to fill your holes with them. Okay? The object is to fill your own holes with the fullness of yourself. Right? To fill up the missing parts of you with you. The goal is not to fill it up with another person. And that's not to say that I don't want a motherfucker out here jumping in front of motherfuckers who are coming at me sideways. I'm not saying that at all, because I do want that. I do. I absolutely do. I want him to cartwheel and karate chop at the same time, okay? I want, Navy SEAL type response for me, for his book, for his cuddle dove. That is what I want. But let's always take the opportunity, so it's not a missed opportunity, to be reminded of what we're capable of. Because the truth is, I come with protection. I am protected. And so boo thing might be the path to least resistance to my protection in this moment. But I definitely need him to be a motherfucking agent. Okay? I definitely need him to receive the word of the Lord to defend me. I definitely need him to be open to those channels from the universe. Okay? I definitely need that. But he not the only protection. The protection comes with me. I am protected. Okay? So you might want to increase your knowing of your protection so that you can attract motherfuckers who protect. You know what I'm saying? Okay? That's what you can do. And so you throw him into the rotation, because obviously he responded to something that you was throwing out there. And so, he's not all, you don't need to throw him away. You just need to throw him into rotation. Okay? And as you increase your knowing that you are protected, then the next cycle, the next, motherfuckers in the rotation come with increased protection. Do you see? Do you see how that works? Right. Mm-hmm. Well, I hope I answered this question. I certainly hope I do. And thank you for spending time with me on yet another lovely and delicious episode. It's so delicious, you just eat this episode up. Mm-hmm. 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 'Tis the season, y'all. Much success to us all.